on for you today. We've got Mr. Sergeant Dean Hanson. How are you, mate?
Good, mate.
Dog training squad here, mate. It's a privilege to be out here, mate. I've seen a lot of stuff, mate. It is exciting. Can you just tell us about the process when we go to this hidden shed out here? We're going to take the dogs for a bit of a run.
Okay, well, these dogs are in the last 2 weeks of their training, and we're teaching them to do what's called a building search, where they have to find a hidden person in a large building. So we obviously challenge the hidden person to come out, release the dogs search the building, and responds by barking when they locate the person.
Now it's amazing, like I've been following you behind with the camera, mate, and it is amazing the dog, like it finds the hidden person just like that. It's just amazing that, like, how clever these dogs are.
Yeah, it's taken probably about 5 weeks to teach them that, to basically, as you'll see in the footage, that the dogs bark and bark and bark and bark because they know that they're going to get a reward for it being a toy.
boy, mate. Excellent fella. Good boy, mate. Good dog. Good boy.
Now, just to go back to the young days of the dog, do you pick special dogs to do this, or is it just any dog that can do this?
Looking for German Shepherd in particular with
Yep.
what we call high drive,
Yes.
high working drive. We breed our own. 3 of the dogs that you're going to see today,
Yep.
we bred. They're all brothers.
Wow.
And the black one we bought as from a breeder.
That's cool. And what everyone out there is wondering, when the dog has expired or done his work in the police force, does he go home with that police officer, or does he get billeted out or sponsored out to someone else?
It's up to the handler who
Yep.
he spent his career with. 9 times out of 10, the handler takes the dog
Right.
and then basically transitions it into a pet life at home.
Yeah.
It really all depends on the new dog coming in. If he has to replace it with a new dog, how they get on. But 9 times out of 10, I would say the handler takes the dog.
Well, that's great for the dog too.
Yep, turn. Yeah, so the obedience is all motivated by toy. In the end, we actually use food to teach the basic behaviours, but then we switch from food to ball once they've learnt it. It keeps them nice and happy. Speak on command from 3 metres. Yep. And at the heel. Yep. So speak on command. Obviously we use the click as a cue to make them speak. So we can, out in the operational field, we can just click beside their left ear or right ear and they'll start barking when we need them to. Recall to finish, mate. So he's going to do a recall now, so it's basically 6 days, and it goes about 50 metres, recalls his dog to. So this exercise is healing. Dog's expected to remain at the handler's left knee, on or off lead. And we like the dog to focus on the handler The handler carries a ball in his hand as a reward, and the dog learns to focus on the hand, hence the handler's body. Good, mate, distance control when you're ready. That's fine. So this is called distance control. Dog's just expected to sit and down from a distance on the handler's command, either voice or hand signal. Now this particular dog will use a blocker just to remind him that he can't creep forward through the exercise. He's still learning the exercise.
Good boy. Sit. No, quiet. Down. Good boy, Stace. Sit. Good boy, Stace. Good boy, buddy. Stay. Finish. Good boy, mate.
Also now, for those people out there watching and want to do a bit of naughty stuff, we couldn't see it, but I did see some of the stuff, what the dogs can actually do. Now, we can see the man getting dressed up in that thick coat. What's it like? It's really thick, that stuff, eh? And they take him into this room, and then it's a real attack. Now, can you just go through, just roughly, what's it like to be in that situation?
Look, obviously we have to teach the police dog to apprehend someone on command.
Yes.
And that what you saw today again was the teaching process of that. Dogs are taught to bite obviously the arms if available, if not other body parts, but generally speaking the arms. And they have to be taught to do it in a controlled fashion with the handler and in all different sorts of situations. So today in the building we just saw a few, did a few exercises in the building to familiarise the dog in a building situation for biting.
Okay, now also for those people out there wanting to do this stuff, now if the dog does attack and like the person is going to be hostile, it's going to bite him.
Yes, definitely.
So if you are thinking about eluding or evading a dog, stop. I think it's the best thing for the crim to do, or what?
Absolutely. Like comply with the handler's directions.
Yes.
If you don't comply with the handler's directions, there is a chance you're going to get bitten.
So I hope you guys or girls out there that are thinking about doing something naughty, listen to that. That's really helpful advice. Now, dogs are being trained all the time, and we've got a big squad here in Queensland.
Yes, big squad. The tracking biting dogs are called general purpose dogs.
Right.
We have about 65 of those in Queensland, scattered all around the major centres in the state. And we also have 9 drug dogs and 4 bomb dogs.
Wow, that's great news. Now, these dogs are all over Australia, doing really well. They're doing their job. Mate, it's a pleasure speaking to you. I know you're a busy man. Thanks again for having Pete the Surfaroo come out here and film some of this stuff.
No problem at all.
Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Wow.